Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back to Untitled Project 6. We do actually have a name, right, Kev?
Yes, we do.
And Kevin is also here, by the way. But you know that, guys. He's a resident here in this series here. So, but without further ado, let's talk about what's happening in today's video, my guy. So
Yeah.
So after I did the theater, you got the park back a bit, and you did a few things, but not too much because you are very busy. You were very busy finishing up some 200 and how many pieces was it?
It was like what? Sorry, it was like 150.
Kevin is eating, by the way.
I'm eating.
So, yeah.
It's been a busy day, and I just had to get some food. I'm starving.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
But I think it was like 150.
Yeah, something like that.
Somewhere around
You've been a madman over the latest months here. And you will see all of those pieces in a very special build that he actually dedicated a lot of the pieces for this series, which is very exciting. That's the only teaser you're actually gonna get, right, Cap?
Yeah, pretty much.
I actually think we're gonna try to keep it on a low and then actually just show it to you guys when it's done what we have in mind. So. But yeah, anyways, so we've done a few things, both of us. We also want to start the beer garden at some point. Kevin is just making up, as we say, some last pieces for that as well. So I can get in and building and stuff. So after the theater, as I said, I wanted to have, like we talked about having like a few more Mainstreet-ish buildings that are more, like in the same vibe as the theater, right? Because the other buildings we have are more this Victorian London style-ish sort of vibe that has this unique vibe to it, and all of them has interior pretty much, or will have. So I felt like having like two like square tall buildings here next to the theater would do well, because it kind of has the same, as I said, vibe and architecture in a sense. So that was sort of kind of like what I just tried to do here. As you can see, it's a lot of custom walls, and I just tried to make it so it was not taller than the theater, but kind of in the same height. But just giving this nice composition of different buildings and heights, right? That's what counts. You wanna tell a little bit about what you've been doing, Kevin? Not to tease so much about, like, you've still done those few stuff with the dock ride, as I remember, right?
Yeah, I haven't really worked on the inside of it. That's more like it's mostly done on my end. Just waiting for you to go through and polish up some pieces. Oh yeah, I'm retracking the beginning part of the ride because I wasn't happy with it. So I'm redoing that, but that's easy. And then I made like a queue layout for Wikz to mess around with. Nothing too fancy.
Yes,
I'm really just like setting the pace for a few things, and he's just coming through and finishing it.
Pretty much, yeah. And as I say, there's a lot of goodies coming. So I'm literally just doing a normal roof here on the top, just a flat roof, as I said, because these buildings are going to be sort of a tall sort of thing, and I literally just wanted to have buildings here so we could kind of like cut off this last section of the popular street, which this is obviously going to be, right? Where we have where the coaster is, we have the entrance, and we're going to have like a cool alleyway there too, which like we already have a few. You saw me build it in episode 4, I think. Where we're gonna have a cool little concept there as well. So honestly, there's stuff to be built here, but we haven't really thought about, like, we're not gonna expand anything, and we also have the lore coming out very soon, which we're also working on, which obviously gonna be done before we show you guys the dock ride and the whole project in a whole. So
yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of lore to talk about, but that's not today.
No, that's for not today. But as I said, here next to the other building, I'm just again trying to come up with a cool sort of concept for this guy. Trying to use some different pieces. Again, I want to make every building unique, as you know, and I can only do that by using some different pieces sometimes and still keep the vibe with having some of the same pieces like trim work and all that stuff. So I'm kind of happy how these builds turned out. I actually built 3 buildings because the gateway on the right side, you'll see that at some point here after this building, the one you want to have for staff and stuff.
Yeah.
I was looking at it and I was like, you know what, I should actually, because we wanted to still hide the white wall, right? So I had to find a way to do that. So I end up also building a little house on that side too. So it'll be actually after this episode, the background here will be completely gone. You will not be able to see it, which were the whole purpose.
Yeah. And I think I'm gonna make for that fence. I think I'm gonna make like a black thing so you can't really see through it.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like pad
nice.
textured. Maybe I'll see if I can make it like that. But yeah, well, either that or we'll have to decorate something on the wall. But it doesn't have to be anything crazy. I just don't want you to look through there and just be nothing.
No, but I already, you'll see it today. I kind of add some stuff in there to just kind of like make it feel like but that's just like that can just be temporary. That's just me, because you'll see it later on. I kind of wanted to see how the guest flow was, so I tried to add a few things, and also you'll get a good laugh of this, but at some point I'll add a toilet in the in the video. And yeah, because you remember as we talked about it, like, why has everyone got a fucking piss, dude? Right?
Yeah.
But it's obviously because we only have drink shops in the park, so that's why everyone has to piss. So,
No toilets.
I put a toilet up later, and you guys will kind of see them all just rush over there. It's actually hilarious to see that sometimes. I'm struggling here a little bit with what kind of windows I should go with, because I didn't want to have the repetitive windows on this side. So I kind of like try to make my own, or try to just frame it in with some other windows, or I feel like I did okay with choosing this, and then have a custom one at the lower floor, and then just switch it up differently. It kind of gives the building a different vibe, comparing it to be just a square block, right? Like it gives it a little bit more stuff to look at. That it's just not the same windows duplicated on each floor.
Yeah.
It's same with like having the same trees stacked next to each other, right? It's just, you need some, if you can do it, you need some variations, and yeah. So here I'm just almost adding the last bits here to these to this building on this floor here, before I add the second or the third floor up. And then I was like, because I've been playing a little bit of Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and we've been playing Red Dead and stuff like that. And much of these signs that are on these buildings are like, a lot of them are also promotion and like commercial and stuff like that. So I was like, what if I actually add just 2 like normal signs on top of these 2 buildings? And I'm also ending up doing that, and I just literally just use the in-game pieces and try to get something good out of it. So yeah, I think Kevin's almost done with his food now, guys.
Yeah. It was excellent.
Was it good? It was great. It was good.
Yes.
Magnifique. I have also ordered, like I say that, but I kind of have, like, see if Kevin could maybe work on a few new doors for us to have in here. But that is, like, some of these things is something we will change along the way, like before we release the project, or something that we will like.
Yeah.
This door might, can we, like, if Kevin gets a chance to go back and, you know, do a few doors, then that might be a thing. But and I also know that we said last time that we're probably gonna give you like a little tour and like information sort of video with the name and stuff, but it's got postponed to next video, guys. But don't worry, it's gonna be super cool. We have our own logo, animation, and we will have like a little backstory to it as well. So be patient. It will come, right, Cap? It'll be there.
Yeah, I think for our next video we should do a little longer of a cinematic and maybe have a song, maybe like a minute, just to show off everything that we've done in the city.
Yeah, but that's what I feel like we could do, like where we walk around a bit, just be there in real time, just make a video like that where we talk about it,
That's
show
cool.
people. Yeah.
It'd be really cool though to have at least a little bit of a cinematic, and at the end show the name of the park.
100%, 100%. Yeah, we should definitely do that. We're actually super excited to see you guys' reaction on it and hear what you guys think about the name, because the more me and Kevin say it to each other, the more we kind of like think this is the right name, right?
Yeah, it took a long time, but I think that's how things like this work. So
yeah,
I'm happy with it.
Me too, man. Me too. It was it's good we got in a little bit of a thinker box and just went through some names, and we wrote names. So all of a sudden, just randomly, just got a message from Kevin like four in the night, just like something random, and I was like, what? I was like, name. It's a name. I was like, no, not this one. Or it was opposite, like just spamming Kevin with like 10 names in a row, like 8 o'clock in the morning for him. And like, what is this? But we finally found one, and you'll see it next video, guys. We promise. You heard it here first. Cause actually the next we should do it before we present the next thing that we're gonna build in here.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll make a fast video next week or something, where we just give you guys a little tour, as we said here. So you have anything you wanna add, Kevin? Anything you wanna talk about?
Not really much. It's kind of a smaller video. Just 2 little buildings, but I mean, other than that, just the DLC for the next project. I mean, the next few videos are probably gonna be.
Notice he calls them DLCs, guys. He calls them DLCs. He's that into it now. It's unstoppable.
It kind of feels like it at this point. Jeez.
I'm 100%, dude. Like all the pieces you've made so far for this project only, and what's coming, like, dude.
Oh, for this project, we're at like 3 or 350 at least. Like, it's insane how many like TMTK items were made for this park specifically.
Yeah, that's insane, dude. That is insane. You crazy.
We're not even done. We're not done yet.
No, but you know what we are done with? The Mainstreet, at least. Yeah. Front facade wise, we have what we want on this street now. Of course, it needs hell a lot of clutter. We need power cables. Yeah, we need the beer garden in the middle, of course, which is gonna completely fulfill the whole main street. And oh my god, it's gonna look so dope, dude, when we got that stuff.
Yeah, I'm really glad that we waited on the beer garden, because now the vision of it is just really gonna, like, seeing all the stuff around it's gonna help you make it. And then you found a cool building that you're gonna make, which is really nice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which is I can't remember what it's inspired from. I think it's a pub in London, actually, somewhere.
Yeah.
But it's super cool building, and I can't wait to show it to you guys. But that will be in some, I don't know when, because there's another thing that I also need to build, and there's actually a few things that I need to build. So,
yeah.
We are actually holding on to our promise of not having it to be a long series, because this is only like episode 7 or 8 or something, I'm pretty sure of.
I'd say we're like mostly, I think we're like 60% done.
Yeah, I would say that so, because the next one we're gonna build will definitely take 25% more.
Yeah, I think we talked about, did you still want to talk about like having another attraction? I know we don't want to talk too much about it, but I think, are we going to add something else, or are we just going to have a building?
I'm not sure yet, and I think we should maybe brainstorm it. I'm down for the idea to add an extra ride or so, but I think we should definitely figure out what it should be and see if we can find something that could be relatable to the whole story we're gonna ride, or yeah, you know, just get a little bit in, brainstorm a bit. And here, as you guys see in the background, here I'm making these custom signs here, which at first were kind of just to be templates. They might also still be templates, but the more Kevin also looked at them, the more he was kind of like, you know what? These ain't bad. And I kind of also like how rustic they look. And it's just mainly because it's the font of the game that are a little bit more... we've just seen it so many times now, you know, so it's... But I tried to fix them or mix them up a little bit, so we got a little bit of funny fonts and signs going on here. And as I said with the commercial and the promotion stuff, this is not because this building particularly has the sign up here. It doesn't mean that the building is for that. In this case, the distillery is. No, the Shelworth, yeah. And then, you know, it's just nice to have some of these things. It gives that extra thing when you look at top of the sky or the skyline, right? You have these extra cool signs and stuff. And the names were just something I just came up with, just like, oh, okay, Shelworth. Sounds kind of cool. We might change them.
Yeah, they work. I like it.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. As you can see, as I said, Kev, on the right side there, I built, instead of just having the gate, I added a house on top or some buildings on top to make it look a little bit more like homey, I guess.
Yeah.
So just adding a few bits here and there, some clutter here, and then it's because I was like, damn, this is gonna be tough to add clutter on this side or in this guy here, because it's so open space. Of course, the cables and stuff are definitely gonna help, and maybe if we get our carriages, maybe a car even or something standing here on the street or something, I could see that be a thing.
Yeah,
maybe.
carriages look cool. I'm still trying to make them, but it's a little tricky, but I think I can get it by the end of the project.
Yeah, I'm 100% sure you'll have them done by then too. Or otherwise, I'll just try make my own. I've made a few carriages before in this game.
Yeah, that wouldn't even be a bad idea.
No, maybe I can try do one day. So here we come to a little funny thing here that just spontaneously came to my mind. I sent you a picture of this thing here. I'm trying to create like a little newsstand sort of kiosk, I guess, or whatever we can call it, in the middle of the main street here. I sent you one on a picture that I saw on my visit to the old town a few weeks ago, and you were like, oh yeah, that's super cool. I can maybe try make this spear or this spire for you and stuff. And I know you still would like to do that, but I was like, you know what, let me just try and make it, because I feel like it's doable. So I just went in and I just tried to make kind of like my own sort of newsstand, and you're not gonna believe when I say this, but this actually almost took longer time than the two first buildings in this video to make this guy here. Sometimes the smallest things of them, these are just they just take more time because you have to be more precise, you know, like in that sense. Like this entire section here just become this big blob, and I just don't like it in the start. So I'm trying to fix it in any way possible to kind of.
I like that piece.
Yeah, that one, the temple.
Yeah, that like, yeah.
Yeah, I totally forgot that piece. So here I'm adding some clocks around it, and then afterwards I'm adding a little extra thing here. I use Hydro's beams, the good old beams. You know them, they're amazing. Yep. So I'm just taking them all the way around the clock here.
Who would have thought that the most simplest items would be the most used?
Right? Oh man, they're amazing, those pieces, absolutely. So you might see me do a little bit of fiddling here, but that's because all of it were kind of crooked and a lot of it were clipping. And I also end up deleting that entire blob, as you can see, that is underneath here, because it just didn't work at all. So it turned out this way instead. And I really like the little clock. I don't know who made it, but that's also a Theme Maker Toolkit piece, and I'm digging it. I'm digging it.
Yeah, it's nice.
But yeah, what is next time you get in here? What are you gonna work on? If it's not a Theme Maker Toolkit piece, what is your next thing? Yeah.
Yeah, I finished the dark red, but there's a whole area over by the drop. We need to like think about what we want to do over there next, because that whole area is just a blank pile of shit, and I don't like it at all.
Yeah, but I think as soon as we get that beer garden in the middle, sort of, it will give us sort of a overview on what we can do with the backside too of the station and the lift.
I mean, we could just wrap some more houses around it, finish off the street, but I don't know. That's
that is doable too. But yeah, we'll get there eventually. You know, I mean, this project, like, it's been going super fast compared to how much we've achieved so far on such short time. I would say so.
I don't remember when we started, but what episode is this?
I would say it's like episode 8, maybe 7, 8-ish. I can't even remember. Maybe I'm wrong. If I am, then
it looks like you've been working on this park for a long time, but it hasn't really been that long.
No, and not at all. We started it definitely 2 months ago, definitely.
I mean, I think we're at the 65 or 70,000 piece count, so I mean, it's getting up there.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. It's like, I think it's like 40 or 50, 40 to 50 or something around there. Maybe a little bit more, but yeah, it's definitely getting up there.
I mean, the park is still.
Like, I'm still getting like really good frames. Most places I'm getting 50 to 60, so I don't see an end in sight at this point.
I mean, I do feel it, as I said before in other videos, like when I move the camera towards the coaster.
Yeah.
Then I definitely get these small little.
I might try to go back and optimize. I might try to go back and optimize that lift hill and try to make longer beams. You know, honestly, it's the emergency staircase in the center of the tower. That thing's like 2,000 beams alone, just that one fucking thing. So I might be able to just do that better in Blender.
Yeah, I mean, go for it if you think it will. If it would do something, then I'm all down with it.
Well, that's why we did those paths. I mean, think about how many like 2 or 3 meter textures it would have made to make those massive paths. We did it in 19 pieces, and it's like half the park.
Yeah, you're right. You remember that? Can you recognize this piece I'm using here?
I don't see a piece.
The molding set.
Oh, is it in there already?
Yeah, I used them on this little newspaper stand here. I thought it was kind of cool, and just try to check them out here. It's literally the only piece I use just on it, because I thought I needed like a little cool thing. So
yeah, those are crazy, because you can make like 5 or 6 different things out of one piece by turning.
I saw how many you made of them, dude. That's amazing. Yeah. I can't wait to use them for the next project.
Yes. Next project's gonna be a big one.
Oh yeah, that's the biggest build in the park. We can say that much. That's all we say.
Really disappointed I didn't get any footage of the coaster building or the like supports, but kind of started this project with like a coaster already done.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how you just said, like, it was like, yeah, I have a coaster, do you want to theme it? Okay. Oh, here it comes. Look at this. This is too funny. The toilet is open, right? Doors are open.
Open the doors.
Path is set. Path is set. Here we go. Let's get ready to rumble. Do. Look at all this.
Oh my god.
So I'm just using like a little few seconds here to add some barriers and stuff into the ground. So because I was tired also of every time I try to do a cinematic that people were actually gonna like just walk freaking through the planters or buildings or something. So it's like, okay, I'm just gonna do it now, and also put in an ATM in there. I know it's gonna be covered up, but I just wanted to see, as I said earlier, like how the guest flow was, like how they were kind of moving around as soon as they could, you know. So I'm just fiddling about with that for a little bit, and I really like how this whole like path and street and all the smoke coming off from the chimneys. It just feels super cool, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it's really nice. Adding a cable here on the left and on the right side, because I thought it needed just something for now, and then maybe we can add it and connect it to a cable on the street or something like that. But as you can see, it's very minimal clutter I add here, so yeah. But we are pretty much close to the end here now. I'm just adding the last barriers, and then we will go to the cinematics, and then that's pretty much it for this time around. Some pretty cool cinematics this time, by the way. So yeah. So what do you say, Kev? You digging it?
I'm happy. Yep.
Nice.
I love it.
Dope, dude. So as you can see here, this is how it looks for now, the street. And it'll be a lot better as soon as we get some more clutter and all that stuff, as I say. So yeah, that's that. If you guys have anything you want to say, if you want to join our nice little community as well, everything is down below in the description, or give us a comment on what you think and what you like about this project. And give it a like if you think it deserves it. Thanks for hanging with me, Kev, as always.
No worries, it was a pleasure.
Yeah, I did. But yeah, guys, next time it's a name reveal, so be there. It's gonna be lit. Alright. Enjoy the cinematics, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.